Hi guys, welcome back. If this is your first time here, welcome. I hope that you make this a home for you. My name is Mika, and here on my channel I do all things fragrance reviews. I did a niche spring fragrance lineup, and here today I wanted to do my top 12 designer spring fragrance lineup for you. So today I have 12 designer fragrances that I love to pull out for spring. So if this is your cup of tea, then stay tuned. So for the first fragrance, this was my all-time favorite. I was looking for a lily fragrance, and when I laid my nose on this, I did not have to look any further. And this fragrance here is by Cartier, and it is Baiser Vole. This is a beautiful bottle that has a lid that opens like a flask. Beautiful. And it is just the most natural and elegant lily fragrance that I've laid my nose on. I love wearing this for special occasions, but you can wear this any time of the day, any occasion. It's gorgeous for casual. It's gorgeous for dressing up. Oh, this is so beautiful. It's a dream scent for lily lovers. My all-time favorite flower is the lily. For some reason, when the lilies bloom, I find them to be the most fragrant flower in our backyard, and I am so excited when I see all the beautiful colors of the different lilies. This is elegant, but it's not out of place for like running errands or a casual, a wedding. This is just an all-time favorite that you can wear anytime for any occasion. The notes are lily, citrus, green lily, and some green notes. I find that this lasts all day for me. Also gives a great projection where it's not loud, but people can notice your fragrance. Again, this is one of my all-time favorites, and you must be a lily lover. And this here is Baiser Vole by Cartier. This next fragrance is something that I bought when I had first purchased Baccarat 540, and I don't know if you've heard me before say, but I was nose blind to Baccarat. I couldn't smell it, and I heard so many people say that it was a comparison to Baccarat, and I got my nose on this and I fell in love with it. It does give me reminiscence of Baccarat, but I can smell this throughout the whole day and throughout the whole wear. And this here is Burberry Her by Burberry, and in this is just basically picture Baccarat with a strawberry note. It is just gorgeous. I smell the composition. I smell this composition on others, but more so I can smell it on myself, especially on my clothes. I definitely try to spray this all over, but on my clothes I can smell it the most. It gives you an all-day wear. It's very cheerful. It's a great floral for spring. I love wearing this in the springtime. It's non-offensive, and I think that you can also pull this off for the office. So the notes in here are strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, sour cherry. Also have blackcurrant, mandarin orange, lemon, violet, jasmine, musk, vanilla, cashmere, and some patchouli. Not very patchouli heavy, but it has those beautiful woody amber patchouli notes in the background. For me, I love this for the strawberry note. I think that it is just so girly and just so cheerful, but most of all, I just like wearing this for the casualness. And again, this is Burberry Hair by Burberry. This next fragrance is one of my all-time favorite Chanel fragrances, and this here is Beige. This is a floral, honey, tropical and sweet. It's not too tropical, but it is gorgeous for the spring. It's a sensual fragrance where you can smell the freesia, the frangipani. It just has a balanced floral. I also smell the light honey note And sometimes honey can be a little overbearing, but it's not in this fragrance. It is just an everyday, classy, feminine scent. This here is Chanel's take on a tropical fragrance, and it's one of my favorites. I think it is just well-rounded. I love wearing this dressed up, being casual. It doesn't matter. It's one of those fragrances that whatever you choose to wear, it'll fit for that occasion as well as your wardrobe. So again, this here is Beige by Chanel. This next fragrance is another one of my favorites. And from this line, there's not one fragrance that I don't like. And this here is Armani Pre Vert Malachite. And this is by Giorgio Armani. This is a woody, aromatic, unisex fragrance with the mild tropical undertones. The notes are bitter orange, petitgrain, jasmine sambac, ylang ylang, lily, vanilla, benzoin, and it just has these creamy white florals, and it is just so opulent. This stays on me for hours. I get 8+ hours on this, and I love the different stages that this fragrance goes through. When I first spray it, it changes, and I love that. It's not one of those linear fragrances. You have to love jasmine to really enjoy this. It's one of those green jasmines, but it's just smooth, and I am just a big fan of the Armani Pre Vert line. I think I own about, I can't remember, but I have quite a few of them, and I love every single one of them. But this is my spring favorite. So again, this is Armani Pre Vert Malachite. This next fragrance, and I apologize if I mispronounce it, but it is Illusione for Her by Bottega Veneta. And the notes in here are bergamot, black currant, fig leaf, orange blossom, olive tree, and tonka bean. This is so feminine and floral, a woody scent. Even though it says it's for her, I do think that this can be unisex. I love wearing this to the office. It's just a creamy fig that just brings it that subtleness. It smells very expensive. It lasts about 4 hours. I do wish that it lasts longer, but on me, I get about 4 hours. And the projection is mild. People who come into your scent bubble, they will be able to smell you, but it is not a loud fragrance that just projects very far. I do recall one day that I wore this. It was well into the day, and I got a compliment and I could not smell it anymore. So maybe I'm thinking that it lasts a short time on me, but it actually lasts a little longer, and I just got nose blind to it. I think this is really great for the office, and it is just very unique. I cannot name any fragrance out there that is similar to this. The scent profile is just so unique. And again, this is Illusione for Her by Bottega Veneta, one of my all-time favorites for spring. I do promise that I will be giving you a dedicated Loewe fragrance review. I have so many from this house, but this is one of my other favorites, and my apologies if my Spanish is off, but I'm going to try my best to pronounce it. Ópera en el Teatro by Loewe. And this is from their premier lineups. They do have fragrances, their original fragrances, but this is from their specialty line. And I do think that all of them are unisex. The notes in here are jasmine, benzoin, bergamot, and spicy notes. This is so well blended. It makes me feel beautiful when wearing it. It portrays elegance and just high quality. When I spray this, I do see the oils left behind on my skin, and it's just gorgeous. This is one of those fragrances that after I sprayed it, I was just like, wow. I don't get that feeling too often when I smell a fragrance I first sniff, but this was one of those where I was just head over heels. I had to blind buy this because this is not something that is just widely available, and I have no regrets for this or any of them from that lineup. The ones that do have the oud in them, I don't have any of those. And when I do the Loewe review, I'll show you the ones that I do have. And this was my second from the house. Like I said, they just don't disappoint. I love the musk accord and the dry down. It is just the right balance of florals and woodiness. No one talks about this line, and I don't know why. This is like a hidden gem. I don't know if people are just gatekeeping on Loewe fragrances, but again, I promise to give you a dedicated review on the Loewe fragrances that I have in my collection. Again, this Arrow in El Teatro by Loewe. This next one is a favorite of mine, and you could probably tell by the dent, but this here is Bright Crystal by Versace. And as you can see, I don't have very much left, and when this is done, I will be getting a bigger bottle. This is a fruity floral. The nose behind this is one of my all-time favorite perfumers, and that is Alberto Morales. And the notes in here are yuzu, pomegranate, peony, lotus, and magnolia. It gives me a fresh and clean feeling without being too soapy. I love this. It's not sharp. It's just feminine and very uplifting. It is great for those who prefer something that is just simple without being overwhelming, and it is just a lovely scent for spring. Again, this is Bright Crystal by Versace. This next fragrance is another one of my favorites. I love wearing this to bed, and I also like wearing this in the springtime because it is the perfect weather for this light fragrance. And this here is Infusion de Almond, and this is by Prada. It's a unisex amber almond vanilla, and it's soft, it's cuddly, it's great for the office. Again, I like wearing this to bed. It's not obtrusive, and it's just a great light gourmand for the spring. The notes include bitter almond, heliotrope, musk, tonka bean, and anise. It does not last all day. I get maybe 4 hours of wear with this, and I do wish the longevity was better, but it's great for just lounging around the house. Just one of those spring fragrances that you can't go wrong when you just want to do something real light and subtle. I love the soft notes of the tonka bean in here and the almond. It has a light powderiness, but it's not baby powder like. It's just a beautiful iris and almond scent. And if you are looking for something that is subtle for the springtime, then check this out. Infusion de Almond by Prada. This next fragrance is really kind of bold and bodacious, and this here is Mon Paris by Yves Saint Laurent, and this is in the Chypre family. It is primarily feminine to me. The notes are strawberry, raspberry, pear, orange, bergamot, peony, jasmine, datura, white musk, and vanilla. This is a dazzling, juicy fruit fragrance. It is safe for work. You will get a lot of compliments with this fragrance. Perfect for all ages. It's just the right balance of fruit and floral. I get about 6 to 7 hours with this, and it's perfect for spring. Great longevity, great projection, and it is just gorgeous. And again, this is Mon Paris by Yves Saint Laurent. So if you watch my channel, you know I'm a big fan of tuberose. I love tuberose. It is so beautiful to me, especially the bubblegum tuberose. And this next one here is Gucci Bloom by Gucci. And this is just another beautiful gem by Alberto Morales. It has notes of jasmine, tuberose, Ragoon creeper, and it's just a beautiful floral bouquet of an abundance of tuberose. You must love tuberose. So it's suited for all occasions, whether it's casual or formal occasions. It has good longevity and sillage. This fragrance makes me feel so pretty. I love wearing this in the springtime. It just evokes happiness for me. I switch between, I like Michael by Michael Kors as well as Gucci Bloom, but for this video I chose Gucci Bloom, but they are both my favorites. They give me the same feeling. This is just so girly. I just love wearing this with a nice springtime dress. It's just gorgeous. And again, this is Gucci Bloom by Gucci. This next fragrance, I fell in love with it, and so many people think that, you know, citrus fragrances don't last, but when I got my nose on this and I saw how well it wore, I fell in love with this. And this is Jord The Aires by Hermès, and this is just a fresh, inviting floral fragrance for women. It has notes of grapefruit, lemon, watery notes, white florals, green notes, sweet pea, musk, and woodsy notes. This scent is luminous. It just makes me feel rich. It smells so expensive. Scent is luminous and sensual. It smells expensive to me. It gives me that femininity without being overly cloying or overly sweet. It's just right. I think that the citruses in here, they last throughout the wear of the fragrance. It's just so refreshing and sophisticated at the same time. The burst of citrus combined with the smooth florals is just a great combination and great balance. When I think of this fragrance, I think of a bright spring day with the sun out. It's great for the office. Again, this is Jord The Aires by Hermès. And last but not least is one of my all-time favorites. If you've been watching me, you know I love Chanel. And this here is just a classier version of the classic number 5. And this is Chanel number 5 Low. And this is just a modern Chanel. The aldehydes in here are soft. It has lemon, neroli, mandarin orange, bergamot, ylang ylang, May rose, white musk, vanilla, and orris root. It is just the interpretation of sophistication in a bottle. This fragrance is clean, it's unisex, it's very long lasting, especially on clothes. It's great for spring and summer, but I love wearing this in the springtime. It's very inoffensive. It is, if you are thinking about the classic number 5, then this is not that fragrance. This is going to be a modern, more soft, subtle version of number 5. Again, those aldehydes are real soft in this fragrance, and a little goes a long way with this fragrance. All right, guys, that roundups my top 12 designer spring fragrance lineup. I had a joy picking these out. As you know, I've told you before, spring is my favorite season, and I think I have more spring fragrances than any other. And if this is the type of content that you love, don't forget to subscribe. That helps my channel to grow. Hit the thumbs up so that way it promotes my channel with the YouTube algorithms. And I want to say thank you for joining, and thanks for stopping by. Thank you. Bye-bye.